guys, it's Melanie. Happy Friday and welcome to Friday Favorites and Flops. I hope you guys all had a good week. I hope you had a safe and happy 4th of July celebration yesterday if you're here in the US. I'm actually recording this on the 4th, so we are going to be going and spending some time with our friends Dom and Melissa in their neighborhood. They usually throw a neighborhood like block party type of situation where they just block off their entire street. They live on a cul-de-sac, and it just allows the kids to like run around and play, and there's fireworks, and so we're looking forward to it. So yeah, it'll be a nice little distraction for me personally, and I actually have a wedding tomorrow, Friday. So I will be, I'm gonna be finishing up a little bit of work here in a little while, and then tomorrow after I drop Stella off at camp, I am in full-on wedding mode for the rest of Friday. So, but it's kind of nice since I have a Friday wedding. That means that I'm off Saturday and Sunday, and I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty great during the summer because most weddings are either on a Saturday or a Sunday, typically not on a Friday. So anyway, I only have just a few things to share with you guys this week. Honestly, this week was pretty simple in terms of makeup because I was working and because I just was in a funk this week. There wasn't like a ton of makeup that I really played with, but what I did use are definitely some great products that I wanted to be able to share with you guys. So I'm gonna start with actually a couple of hair things that I wanna mention. So I am someone who, I really need a haircut right now. I thought that I could put it off until maybe the end of October after my best friend's wedding. I'm gonna be a bridesmaid, and I thought I would grow my hair out until October so that I could do an updo. I just don't think I can do it. My hair is in this really annoying stage where it's like, you know, it just, I am not meant to have long hair, and that's fine. I actually like having short hair, but it does make it hard to like do things with it for special occasions, but I can't do it. I cannot grow this out until October. So I have an appointment for the 19th to get my hair cut with my hairdresser, and I'm just gonna be doing the same that I always do, so nothing fancy is gonna happen. But in the meantime, I'm trying to like do my best to make this at least look somewhat okay. So this week I've been playing a lot with the Big Sexy Hair Powder Play Light. This is a really neat format for this type of product because it comes in a pump instead of one of those like salt shaker styles. This is actually a powder that here, I'll just show you. You'll floof it into your hair, and that was way too much. You kind of have to be careful with it because it, as you can see, it creates like, I'm looking in the mirror right now, by the way. I'm not like just staring off into nothing land. It does create a lot of grip, and you really don't want to over apply this stuff because it can make your hair sticky. I would not suggest putting something like this in your hair if you know you're gonna be out where you're gonna get caught in like a rainstorm or something, because I tell you what, if you get this wet, it is just a freaking nightmare to try to like comb through your hair. In fact, usually washing my hair the next day takes a little bit more effort than normal, and it's fine because it's totally worth it. But yeah, you get a lot of texture from this, a lot of grip. Some people don't like the way that it feels in their hair. I don't mind it. I think it's a really great product, and I love the fact that it is one of those like poofs versus the salt shaker style. If you've never tried this, I will link this down below, but you can find it at Ulta. Have I seen it in store? They have a lot of the Big Sexy Hair stuff there, so they probably have it in store, but for sure you can get it online. So I'll link it. I have another hair product before I get into this. I've been using this again. I kind of go on and off with like super in-depth like treatments in my hair. This is the Caviar Anti-Aging Restructuring Bond Repair Leave-In Overnight Serum. I have used this a couple of times this week, and I do love what this does for my hair. It is a thick serum. There you go. It's kind of like, it's the consistency of like a lotion almost, but you put it in your hair. I just put it in from like kind of here down. I don't really massage it into my scalp, but you certainly could. It smells really good. It has that classic like Alterna smell. But what this does is it helps to strengthen your hair. It provides it provides moisture to the hair. The next morning when you wake up, you do shampoo it out. By the way, I don't feel like I get this all over my pillow because it seems to sink into my hair. It's nothing that I would leave in during the day because I feel like it would be too heavy for that. But I do think that it is a really great overnight treatment, and when I shampoo it out the next day and then just regularly condition my hair really does feel like silk, and it just looks shinier, it feels softer and more moisturized, and just feels great. Alternative products are obviously a little bit more spendy, but I have always found them to be worth the price point for me personally, and if you are someone who splurges on hair care products, I really like the Alterna Caviar line. So that's a really good one. This is from Galanée. I did receive this particular product through Octoly. I have actually reviewed some things from Galanée in the past, their face vinegar, and I really liked that product a lot. And when I saw this pop up, I was like, I kind of want to try that too. So this particular, they're based out of France, they're a French company. They focus a lot on prebiotics and probiotics in their different skincare and body care products. And I really like that. There's a lot of research out there that says that prebiotics and probiotics in skincare, you know, when they're applied topically can be very helpful for certain skin conditions. I've actually done a whole video about this. I would say I will link that video down below, but honestly, I'm probably gonna forget, but it is up on my channel if you wanna go look it up. But yeah, this is their new body milk. And I was intrigued by this because one of the things that probiotics and prebiotics are really good for the skin is eczema. And as you guys know, I deal with eczema on a pretty regular basis, just in some specific areas on my body, namely on my upper arms. And I've actually been lucky to have not really had a massive outbreak in the last few months. But I have to be careful with what I put in this area because it can be aggravated by certain body care products, especially ones that have like a ton of fragrance. Now this does have a scent to it for sure, so there is like a fragrance added to this, but it is not crazy heavy and it's not offensive in any kind of way. It's pretty light. I want to say it's like a fresh, almost floral, but it's more of like a fresh type of scent. It reminds me of like a beachy, salty air kind of fragrance. I don't feel like it lasts on my skin in any kind of way. In fact, I put it on this morning and I can't smell a thing. Like the fragrance disappears. So I don't know why they put it in there in the first place, but anyway. So this is really great. They say that this body milk is meant to nourish your skin with a patented complex of prebiotics, probiotics, and lactic acid, which helps support your skin's microbiome. The results are it soothes the skin, it repairs the skin, it leaves the skin feeling infinitely soft. This is great stuff, you guys. I really have enjoyed what I've used from this particular line. They always send a couple of samples of like some extra things, like they send their hand cream usually, there's a facial serum, and I've really liked those samples a lot. Not necessarily enough to like place an order quite yet, because I've got so much other stuff that I'm working on right now, but I think this is a company definitely worth checking out, so I will link this down below. A big thanks to Octoly for making this available, and to Galanée for sending it out. So I didn't pay for this, but all opinions are still my own. You have to say that in every video. Hopefully you guys know that by now, but maybe some people don't. Okay, let's start with the minimal makeup that I was doing this week. So for my lips today and most of this week, I've kind of been focusing on using these two products independently, but also together. This is the Bite Beauty lipstick in Kava. Now, this was discontinued, but it is now back in the line. This was a color that a lot of people really liked, and When they reformulated their lipsticks, they did away with the shade Musk, which I loved. And they did away with Kava, and then I think one or two other ones. But this Kava one, I think people were like, we want that back. And it's a really beautiful color. It's like a dusty mauve. That's what I have on my lips right now. And I do have the Marc Jacobs Enamored Gloss in Sugar Sugar over top. I like this just by itself. It's a really pretty nude. There seems to be like the tiniest amount of shimmer in here, but it's not, it almost comes off as like a cream finish on the lips. Like the shimmers are so like few and far between and just not noticeable at all. So if you're averse to shimmer, you're not gonna find it in here. This is not a shimmery lip gloss at all. I think it's this month that I'm gonna try to do this video, but there are some products that have been products that I have purchased that have just become such a core part of my makeup collection that I just absolutely am in love with them, and I will repurchase them time and time and time again. This is definitely one of those products. I really love these Marc Jacobs Enamored Glosses. They are beautiful. The texture is wonderful. I love them just as much as my Buxom lip glosses. These are obviously a little bit more expensive, but I think they're 100% worth splurging on, especially if you find a color that you really like. The texture of these is just wonderful. So anyway, these were my lip products for the week. I was keeping it super simple with the eyes, you guys. I haven't been honestly wearing a ton of makeup because I've still been pretty like teary and just crying periodically. But when I was wearing eye makeup, the Viseart Grand Pro Volume 1 is what I was sporting. This is another one of those items that have just become a staple for me, but I just wanted to let you guys know the colors that I've really kind of been like loving pairing together. So I wish I could give you names, but these are not named, and I don't believe these are numbered, right? Oh, my nails are so short right now. I completely chopped my nails. No numbers. Okay, so I've been putting this all over my lid, this shade right here. And then I've been putting a combination of this purple and this brown. I literally just blend them together, and I use that in my crease. And then I use, I think it's this guy right here on my lid. And then I've been using this deep, deep purple over here as my liner. That is what I have on my eyes today. The other times this week when I've worn eye makeup, it has been that color combination, and they're so beautiful, you guys. There's nothing that blends quite like these. There's nothing that wears quite like these eyeshadows. I just think they're magical, and I love them. And I love this palette. In terms of mascara, so I had to toss my Clump Crusher because it was starting to near the end of its 6 to 7 week life cycle with me. And so instead of replacing the Clump Crusher with another one of those, I decided to go with the Lash Blast Volume, which is like a staple for most people who wear CoverGirl mascaras. I will say it's a little bit awkward to use this on my lower lash line, and I do make a little bit of a mess, but it's very easy to clean up. But this is just such a great mascara, you guys. It's super basic, but it does do such a good job of volumizing my lashes. Normally I will do like mascara combinations like this with like the Hourglass, or this with the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, but I've just been doing this on its own this week, and it's just such a great mascara, and it's like, what, $8.99? It's a great deal, and if you are not familiar, CoverGirl is cruelty-free now, so if you have been avoiding them because of that, you don't have to anymore. So great, awesome drugstore mascara. And then I do have some drugstore blushes to share with you guys. I feel a little bit bad because these particular ones are not readily available anymore. But I will say that as far as drugstore blushes go, Physicians Formula, especially in this like mosaic style, have always been a favorite of mine. These were from the Blondes and Brunettes collection that they did a few years ago. I have, what do I have on my cheeks today? I think it's the Blondes, so this pinkier one. The Brunettes has a little bit more of a peach tone to it. You guys, these are beautiful. I will try to find a similar product that they have out right now to link down below. If you've never tried the Physicians Formula Mosaic style blushes, I would highly encourage you to do so. They are fantastic. They are decently long wearing. They don't wear as long as some of my other blushes, like my Hourglass or Marc Jacobs, but I feel like for the price point, it's a pretty fair amount of wear. I just noticed a lot more significant fading with this, like towards like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, these blushes don't get me through until the evening. Most times that's not an issue though, because by that point I'm done, you know, being out in public anyway, and I don't need my blush to still be going strong when I'm sitting at home having a glass of wine at the end of the day. So, but anyway, these are beautiful. I've really enjoyed these, and again, I'll try to find something similar that I can link down below from Physicians Formula, because these are not sold anymore. This was like a limited edition thing that they did. So that's everything that I have for you guys today. I want to thank you again for your support, especially those of you that left me really nice comments on Instagram, as well as on my video on Monday where I shared what happened. And I just want you guys to know how much it means to me that you took the time to leave me just, you know, a comment that uplifted me and supported me. It means the world, because I know you guys don't actually know me, and I honestly, like, it blows my mind how many amazing subscribers I have, and how just fantastic and generous and sweet you guys are with your kind words. So thank you so much. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic weekend, and that you can relax and chill out. I know that that's what I'm looking forward to doing, and I will see you guys in my next video. Take care. Bye.